Hello everyone, how's it going? It's FasterAutoKeys, and in today's video we're going to show you how to go from a worn, used, and possibly damaged Porsche key into a brand new looking key with a replacement key shell. As you can tell in this video, this Porsche key has 3 buttons. We have these available with 3 buttons, 2 buttons, and 1 button, and the process is completely the same. We have these keys available on our website with a cutting service available if you're interested. If you would like a cutting service, you don't have to visit us or drive to our place. All you have to do is send us a clear photo of your keyblade, and with a clear photo of your keyblade sent to our tech support number, which will be on our website and in the video's description, we can make a copy of your key in the convenience of your house at a really good price without having to pay an outrageous premium for having a Porsche key. This is going to be a relatively easy tutorial, and all you're going to need is a flathead screwdriver. This shell right here is in relatively good condition, but the problem is that it's starting to tear in some places. What you don't want is a ripped up key where dust, dirt, and water can get inside very easily and eventually short out the board. You don't want this to happen to your key, as it's very expensive to replace it at a Porsche dealership. It's better to just change the case while you still can and save a lot of money in the future. Alright, with all of that out of the way, let's begin with the tutorial. If you've ever changed a battery before, you might be familiar with this process. All you're going to want to do is separate the 2 halves of the key apart, and some of these keys are so worn that you can actually do it with your fingernail. If not, you're going to need a flathead screwdriver, and we recommend this section of the key. And go ahead and see if you can pry it open. If it doesn't work, you might have to do the very front and go all the way around the key until you successfully pry it apart. We're going to see if this one can pry open with just using your hands. Wow, and this one actually opened extremely easily. You can now see the inside. And even though it wasn't cut that much and the buttons, it wasn't ripped that much, you can already see that there is some dirt and debris and some grime on these buttons. Again, it's very important to change the case because you don't want this to build up and eventually cause the remote to stop working. With the top half of the key removed, all you have to do is turn this upside down, just shake it a little, and you can get the remote removed. As you can see, it uses a CR2032 battery, and there are actually 2 chips inside of your key. One is this, which is the remote, and if you can tell right here, this is called a transponder. Your vehicle will not start with a cut blade and needs to detect a programmed transponder inside the key, or the vehicle is just not going to start. This is a security feature, and we're going to remove this section as well to place it in the new key shell. As mentioned, if you don't do this, it's just going to turn in the ignition. It won't actually turn the vehicle on. Removing the transponder is easy. As you can tell right here, there's this little tab. It can go down with the press of your finger, and all you have to do is just push this tab down and pry the transponder chip out of its spot. Check this out. With the remote and transponder removed, you are now ready to place these 2 chips into the brand new replacement key shell. It's time to open the new replacement key shell, and for your convenience, it will already be open at one section, so all you have to do is find where it's already open and just separate the 2 halves apart. There we go, and now what we're going to do is place the transponder inside and the remote inside, and you'll be good to go. Alright, we now have the original remote and transponder chip and a brand new looking key, and as you can tell, all the buttons feel great, and this one will have a cutting service. If you are not going to have a key with a cutting service, we're now going to show how to remove the blade from the old key and transfer it into a brand new replacement key shell. So you will have a new looking key, but of course the blade will be worn and dirty. And if you already have at least 2 keys to your Porsche, it might just be good to order a key without a cutting service. But if you only have one, or you want an extra, we recommend getting a cutting service just so you have more keys to the vehicle, which helps protect you in case you ever get locked out or you lose a key. Your Porsche keyblade is held together with the case using the spring tension from this mechanism right here. In order to remove the blade, we're going to release this tension and we're going to pull the blade out of the key, and all you're going to need is a flat head screwdriver just to pry apart this section. And if you do not want to lose this, we recommend doing this inside of a bag so that when you remove it, if the spring flings out or something like that, you're not going to lose it. It's all going to be contained. We're now going to remove this piece right here, and with both the spring and the block out of its way, as you can tell, the blade came out that easily. We're now going to remove the spring mechanism from the new shell, and keep an eye on the way it looks. You want to remember it just to make things easier for you when everything is being put back together. We're going to just simply flick this out of its spots. If you take a look at this keyblade, you can tell there's one side that has this indentation. You want to have it exactly like this, the way it is in the video. This is where the spring mechanism goes. You want to place this larger end of the key first inside of its own hole at the top of the key shell at an angle like this, and then with some pressure press into it and then align it. And once you have it relatively aligned, you can use your floor, put some force, and then make sure the 2 halves of the key are together in one piece. This part of the tutorial will be done outside of the camera's view just because we're going to press it against the floor, and all you have to do, as mentioned, is press hard, make sure these 2 pieces are aligned, and make sure the big one went inside the key shell first, and then kind of push and straighten the key blade as everything goes together. Now with the key blade in place, we're just going to put the spring mechanism back in its spots. So we're just going to go ahead and slide in this section first. As you can tell, it's all the way in, and this will also help keep the blade in place. They will not come off. It was already hard pushing the blade towards the key shell, and now with the spring mechanism in place, it's not going anywhere. There we go. We now have the spring mechanism back in place. At this point, you're going to place the transponder chip and the remote inside and close the key together just like you've seen already, and then you will be good to go. You'll have a brand new looking key with the original remote and transponder chip inside. Whether you're going to use the original blade from your original key or you want a brand new looking key with a cutting service, we hope this video helped you out in your situation. As you can tell, it's a very easy process. Once again, if you're interested, we have these available with 3 buttons, 2 buttons, and 1 button, with and without a cutting service. All you have to do is send us a clear photo of your keyblade to our tech support number. We've cut literally thousands on our personal website and on eBay. We'll provide links below to these products for sale. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below in this video or text us at our tech support number. Thank you once again for watching this video. We hope that helped you out in your situation. Have a good one.